Three, two, one, action. Welcome, welcome. Here we are. We are at Animal Kingdom, and we ventured over to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Let's go see if we can draw a Disney character today. Right. Welcome, everyone. So, I know it's in the middle of the day. A lot of people have to work. I get it. I do too. I'm just on vacation. So hopefully some of y'all can sneak in the room here, sneak in the stream, and just take a little time out away from the boss and enjoy world outside of the normal world that you all live in, that we all live in together. All right. So, as I look at my counterpart, how's our stream? Maji, how's our stream? It's good? Yeah, okay. So, like I said, we are at Rafiki's Planet Watch, and then the connectivity here is spotty. We jumped on the Wi-Fi here, so hopefully the stream will go good. So, let's get inside and let's get in line to draw a Disney character. Let's see what they're doing today. So, as you can see, the outside of Rafiki's Planet Watch here. They have a little petting area to the left. It's always fun for the kids. And then we're always partial to the animation experience. So,
Guns are now working.
Drawing Disney characters. All right. Plus, I need some air conditioning. It's hot today. What's that? Hot? Yeah, 12:15. That's the next one?
That's the next one.
Okay. All right, what time is it? Oh, so we have a little while. Okay. So let's walk around real quick and let's see some stuff. Oh, we can't go that way. But anyway, I like that little airplane boat dude up there. That's just totally cool. Yeah, so look at that little hang glider. I'd love to operate that thing. So, anyway, you can see the wingspan on that thing too. Doesn't that look fun, boys and girls? But anyway, let's walk around and look at stuff. Bugs and lizards and frogs. And vertebrates. So, oh, someone's having a good day. Let's go over to the veterinarians. Let's see if they're operating on something. No. See, there's the science center there in the background. I'm trying to be quiet because they're drawing.
I get into it. I love it. And little kid on the front row the other day, we were watching the big video. The whole time he was having the best time with it. So, hey, I encourage you. Go for it. And then we had an added in a little curve right here, kind of to the right of the vertical guideline. It kind of makes it look a little more rounded, kind of, or for you. And then we're going to go ahead and do kind of a lopsided visual, because it's so
Now, so on this Dolphin Coast, they do have stacks that produce, like this photo from the next to bring it down.
How do you feel, buddy, Gildan?
Dark off.
If you want to draw whatever you want to. I want to see
For
it.
them, it's just figuring out.
We learned something new today. Yes, thank you. I'm not just going to work here. We learn something every day.
Maria still in those restaurants, because she that in there, because obviously we don't want to like that.
That means you enjoy it though.
And then we're going to have to add in a few little wrinkles about
We need to move down.
places in there. No, we're going to have to add in almost like it's
I'll be staying in Conway.
no, it's cool about kind of make it look like it's coming out, it's working again, it's like, and kind of lining that out a little bit. We use this curve of the teeth to kind of help me out, because the dimple line is kind of almost like the top of the teeth. So you can also, the bottom of your snout, we're gonna curve it up, as we're going toward this horizontal line, and I'm gonna give it a little bit of a curve.
Okay.
But this curve is and it's for good reason, because it is that muscle. You smile really big, one smile really big, and then I have to think it kind of weight a little bit too. And we'll say, just to help out, just kind of curve off the snout a little bit. And again, what kind of where the horizontal line is, just underneath it. From a little tiny curve, and almost similar.
Well, he goes okay, our office, the only place open is home.
And then when we're open up this now, so when I think of the mouth, too, we had a volcano in there, I think of a hammock. Again, I think this lots in a hammock, but Edie is forward to Edie.
What? He showed his grandma's house?
I was all relaxing. Somebody might be singing at the college and Magic Kingdom. Even animals in the wild.
He was out there.
And if you're seeing it, you know, that's because you're red river hogs, and it has the big what's over there. It's like a lab. It's a little more grown now. Doing the making of the water.
The ladies that came to work, because they when the ladies started coming to work, they
and then we're going to go ahead and run in the little spot. Now, it's kind of black, it's kind of back in the back of the round. Who wants to get ready to see some of the delicious things that they're given? So you kind of think of kind of like a butter them. Kind of sitting right beside you. Pillow and an overlap on the right hand side. Just kind of curl this down. And at night,
Everybody thought it was on the left, some here.
upon that tongue.
If they're paperwork.
It's so cool. And then if you need to roll your body left, take and go a little bit lower, so it's the tiniest.
Huh?
Now he's happy, he's expressive, and this looks like maybe a window with a face, I don't know. But go with that if you want. But we'll add a little bit of some eyebrows, some human characteristic in there.
So between 9:30 in the morning and 11 in the morning.
Have eyebrows, of course. So on the left side, we kind of think of, you know, up to that first diagonal, whatever shape you want to, and looks like a raindrop, teardrop, however you see. It went up to the top, kind of point there. And then I like to use that top part of the curve from the first diagonal to the top. And then we'll see our line that we're going to do the eyebrow on it. So you can do these however you want to. And a lot of this comes from experimentation and how you want to do the fur, how you want to do hair, and you create hair. And what I like to do is go right beside each other. Just kind of brush it up each time. So it has daddy kind of furry. I love green furs. This is so much fun. It's kind of green and fun. Go for it. Get into it. And then right on the right side of the eye, you know, kind of move it a little bit higher. I think you know, small. I don't know. And then go over. You can do this however you want to.
The doctor's office for animals.
Eyebrows. Now it's funny, you make a little more furry, of course, and I mean, I don't have to do a little hairstyle up here at the top. You can think the hairless model, you will buff maybe. Because I don't know, right here at the top, right here. Maybe he has some hair just going straight up like that, right? But that's not all. There's probably some more hair that goes straight up in the morning. And then you see your pretty cool chicken's going to go voice as early as 300. Very exciting. So, and of course, back then, I don't think he had any
That's how these guys are. Teaching and stuff, they can do stuff.
Hair does that anymore anyway without any products. And then we're gonna go ahead and trace down side of her little shape here. And then that will go a little bit past the first guideline, so that's where I'm gonna flare it up a little bit. Probably add
So the way it works here, people give you before you start.
Pretty needs to get a little bit longer. They can
And then they tell you to draw from this
side of your face, a little boxes, yeah.
this point to this shape, and by the time you
That and
have
trace
whatever
down to that vertical
they do
diagonal.
stages.
And then just kind of there, you kind of give yourself a little bit of a break if you need to. And then you can come over on the right side and do the same thing without having to hold But just gives yourself a break. And it's going to trace over. That blue line is a nice little easy little break there.
Anybody 500 pounds?
And then we're just going to kind of breathe.
Bigger
Here and there. However you want to.
No heroes, no right. We can do gorilla, crocodile.
A little bit of your personality into the hair too. That just makes it feel like fun. Because everyone's hair has to look exactly.
At a dangerous checkout.
Pretty amazing.
Come back till next year.
And then mix it from a body bag. Why don't I take one this little word ginger colors. They have different colors on their coats there. And you know what? They dress in the seasons. Yeah, just like that. And a little warmer outside, or the coats might be a little thinner, right? Or just a little colder outside. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. And of course, it makes sense. You can remember a lot.
Yeah, that would take
And right over here at these little corners, that's where the ears are.
That's our little one, the big one is off.
And that's just kind of where it starts to kind of curve down right where your hair is going to keep you on the starting point.
Most of
I'm
them.
going to actually kind of make it look a little softer in the corners. I want to make it see. So we're going to go from here to there to the top of that letter C, or backward C in this case. So I'm going to let it go. Last side, and then we're going to go around the shoulder. Give it a trial and error run there. I'm allowing myself to make lines that I may or may not like. And I'm saying that you may or may not like, because right now you may not like a line. That's okay. Later on, you might learn to love it. Sometimes it's good to kind of like step away from it, really allow it to come back to it. You know, it's really cool. And then sometimes those lines you may not like end up being happy or relaxing. That's a lot of long rolls. So, no mistakes. We're gonna go ahead and pull this down a little bit. And it kind of looks like a little mercy kiss kind of stuck to the side of this head maybe, or a lean. You know, mercy kiss is more fun. And we'll do this switch, just underneath the blue line, with the nice little fluffy ear, they can either hold their ears out,
Those are some of the
or they
greatest
can
places.
have it closed.
And we had a grill.
As you saw one kind of running away, the ears look away.
He was here before we opened this one. And he left right
And
away.
then, we gotta get the fold in the ear, so I'm just gonna go
He's down. We're gonna have to come back on next year.
in the middle.
That's what we're supposed to do, right?
It's gonna stop just before the second.
And, yeah.
What's a sketchy head and it's kind of tiny, I just saw some kind of Get some sketchy lines in there too, because they're beautiful. Love those lines. Again, you may not like them right now, but, you know, put it away for like 20 minutes or so, and then get back out. You'll probably think differently.
Tu veux y aller pour ça?
We're gonna go ahead and curve this down.
We probably should on here right now.
And right into the corner again, we'll kind of round off. You want to do that C again. I kind of went right into it on that here. Same kind of concept. But right back. And then we're going to go over on this side, and we're going to hit just below that blue line. That's kind of where the bottom of the ear is. And again, if it's easier to go from top to bottom to create that curve, I just put it in the motion and kind of with the pencil in here. And with the shoulder too. So where you go from bottom to top. You do what works best for you. Kind of bottom to top, just mix it up a little bit. And then you know what, another way to do practice too, like that's all in the opposite hand. It's always fun, but it really kind of gets you moving loose when you start going back. You are doing a wonderful song over here. I can hear that how far I'll go. I think I can even hear that. I love that song from Moana. No, it's Maui song. I got ear furnishings in here. I want some bugs out, or bird, and all that good stuff out. You know, you can come out there in the summer months too and saw these little bugs and stuff. What's really cool too, speaking of summer months, you know, we're getting plenty of water and everything. We got our sunscreen. So they're kind of protected with their skin, so they do clean my blood. That's their sunscreen kind of. At the same time, it's just kind of waddling in the mud there.
Wednesday is their meeting day.
That sounds good, right? One of the kids are like, yes.
Everybody in the they go to that meeting, lectures and all that stuff.
And then we have a few more spots. We've got one kind of in the middle of this head. You can do the spots however you want to. One kind of virtual in this area. And have a little bit of fun with stage meeting, I don't know.
That was yesterday, they just said it. Oh, yeah, that's yesterday. The day before was about. I got
Make it a roll or something.
Yeah, they cleaned it up.
I just kind of run through it. I go outside the lines. Some day it's all part of the drawing. Just kind of go outside the lines. Yeah, you're not going to get into it later. You start to get rid of it later. Again, look back at some of those early
The doctor's
sketches.
nurses, the
Very good. Guess what? Together as a team, we just need to do what, and that's what it is about. Working together, it's up in there, it's going to up in too. And has Sandra artwork. Remember, this is the first time in drawing Kua. This is going to be the absolute best Kua you've ever created. If you've done this a couple of times, that's great. That's what practice is for. Practice is there to get better and improve. All that good stuff. So it is 7, I'm trying to think of the date. So 7/20/2022 here is the date. That takes me a minute to remember the date sometimes. Or 27/2022.
Let's go pop in line. Yeah. comes everybody. And they're following us. Look what we get a draw. Is it Rocket? From Guardians of the Galaxy? I can't see from that far away. It's a friendly one at that. So this is what we get a draw. Oh, you have to have a reservation? Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. How'd you grab 2 of those? There you go. That's our paper. Oh, that's the genie stuff. So they have it for the drawing too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Disney can capitalize, you know, that's the genie fast pass system. So you can see everybody leaving. Kind of like the walls. All the animals on the walls. And then there's a lot of hidden Mickeys embedded in the animals' eyes. Tons of them.
There's a Mickey over there to the left. The butterfly.
Oh, and the butterfly.
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I see it now. Let's zoom in.
See?
Yeah, I see the hidden Mickey on the left wing. You can see the hidden Mickey right there. Cool. All right, there you go. A little Disney trivia. Hidden Mickeys all over the animals' bodies and their eyes. All right, Maz, we're going to test your drawing skills again.
Yep. If I can draw, there's our template.
That's a template right there?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
That's the pencils. No eraser.
No eraser?
So make sure.
Don't make a mistake?
Yeah, don't make a mistake.
They have extra paper.
Extra. That's for you.
Just in case. Right on. Uh-oh, we got music going. I feel a copyright strike coming. Boom. Grace Bailey was one of the strategic animators, an artist. Grace Bailey studied at Cleveland School of Art. Upon graduating, she moved to New York City, where she worked as an inker for an animated series during the silent film era. In this role, it was Grace's responsibility to trace drawings onto large sheets of celluloid that would then be colored in by painters to create a completed frame. Ooh, it was hard to make movies back in the day. A lot of work went into animation. Unlike today's digital world that we live in, right? Push a button and we're instant movie stars.
Attention animators, in just 10 minutes, you're ready to take part in the animation experience right here at Conservation Station, where you're going to draw one of your favorite characters with the help of one of our very own Disney artists. That's right, the animation experience takes place under the atrium in just 10 minutes.
Animation experience. Ooh boy, we get front row.
Great.
Yay, boys and girls.
Great.
That's great. So you can see the line system behind us. Lots of people waiting. Starting to become more and more popular, the animation experience. It used to be located in Hollywood Studios, and it used to be the Animation Academy. I don't know, I kind of like this venue. It's comfortable here. Do you remember the original one a long time ago?
Yeah, long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's more like a school setting, you know, with desks and structure. This is more of a relaxed environment.
It's about 2011.
2011, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's like alien that time when we drew.
Yeah, we drew an alien, that's right. And we drew Jiminy Cricket,
Yeah.
that bug thing. Oh, Jiminy. So we have about 5 more minutes maybe. So we're just waiting to be seated.
7 minutes.
Oh, 7 more. Seven more. Hang in there. Hang in there. Be patient. Oh, looks like you might open the ropes early.
Good
All
afternoon,
right.
humans.
Good afternoon.
Make sure you have your groups together. That really helps. If you want to sit together, that's great. If you don't want to sit together, that's cool too. Clipboards are on your seats. When you leave, just make sure they stay on those seats. All right, cool. Lightning lane, come on in. Head down to Heather.
Ooh, Lightning Lane. There goes all the rich people. That $20 fast pass thing. It's more than a second. All right, here we go. The coach lane.
Yeah.
Attention animators, in just 5 minutes, you're invited to explore the magic of Disney animation right here in the Animation Experience at Conservation Station. In this exciting experience, join artists as they teach you to draw one of many beloved Disney characters inspired by animals living here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Please find a seat and get your pencils ready because the animation experience begins in just 5 minutes.
You're going to go see Heather way over there waving at you.
Ooh. All right, Maj.
Okay.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Another fine masterpiece you're getting ready to. Wall of shame. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm a good one.
Yes, you are. Let's see what you're working with here. So you got your little drawing board.
Pencil.
You got your pencil. And this is the backup plan right here.
No need.
No need. You got this?
I got this.
All right. Baloo. Ooh, that'd be a fun one to draw. Baloo. So you can see everybody coming into the animation experience. It's a really cool place, really comfortable. Okay, this is my first time today.
First time here.
First time here today? All right. Couldn't have got a better seat right here. Front row. I feel like a rock star.
I wish your mouth is open when you're taking a picture.
Always my mouth is open. But you don't like that? It's for dramatization. The, I don't know, dramatization, the impact of the photo, you know, just make it impactful. Give it life. So we have about a few more minutes to go. We are front row. Yep. Everybody's taking their seats.
Maybe you can put my phone in there. So
I can. Oh, here we go.
Welcome, friends, to the animation experience at Conservation Station. Since the 1930s, Disney animators have put their pencils to paper in service of the idea that the greatest inspiration often comes from the magic of nature. Walt Disney himself understood the importance of spending time around animals, studying their behavior and personalities in order to create realistic characters and dynamic storylines. This meeting of the human and animal worlds sparked a legacy of storytelling that has shaped our relationship with animals and conservation forever. Today, we invite you to become a part of that legacy as our own Disney artists help you learn to sketch characters inspired by the very animals found here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Get your pencils ready, because here comes our animation artist now.
All right, hello everybody! Welcome to Animation Experience. My name is Brian, and today we're going to be drawing the one, the only Todd, the fox, from The Fox and the Hound. Yes, who loves Todd? Awesome, 5 of you, fantastic. It's going to be really exciting. All right. Now, before we get started, if you guys need anything at all during the class, if your pencil breaks, if your lab board spontaneously combusts, if you have easily frustrated children or equally easily frustrated adults who just need coloring sheets or crayons to make it through to the end of this class, just raise your hand and one of my friends around the room will be here to help you guys out. If you need an exit, that's going to be a really easy one. It's where the exit sign is. Yes, we did that on purpose. There's even a little arrow on there pointing which way to go out right there through that animal tunnel. It's also where our restrooms are as well. If you need one of those, just head right there through the animal tunnel, where all those animals are going to be judging you, like that orangutan right there, and whatever that thing is. I don't know what that thing is. I don't know what their deal is. Anyway, when you do leave, make sure that you leave those boards on your seats exactly how you found them, propped up nice and pretty against the back of the seats, so that when the next class comes in, they can find those boards on the back of the seats the same way that you found them on the back of the seats, propped up all nice and pretty on the back of the seats. And you guys are all using golf pencils, and golf pencils generally do not have erasers on them. If you are one of those people that makes one bad line in your entire world, comes crashing down around you and you start to have a mental breakdown, yeah, I know you're out there. Don't worry about it, because guess what? Outside of this building, erasers still exist. It's true, they are still out there. So if you do make a bad line, just draw a good line over the top of it, or next to it, wherever you need to put it to make yourself feel better. And at some point in your life, you're going to find an eraser. And when that time comes, if you still care, you can put your old drawing out and erase to your heart's content. But until then, treat this like it's the first day of kindergarten and not like you're about to present your doctoral thesis. And just have fun. Now, Walt used to bring live animals in the studio for his animators to work from, so they'd have more realistic animations. I would love to bring in some foxes and just, I don't know, let them loose in here so you could see them nice up and close. But we actually don't have any foxes in Animal Kingdom. It's not a thing that we have here on display. But the version of Todd that we're drawing is from the first half of Fox and the Hound, so he's a baby. And we do have baby animals in the park. Have you guys seen any of our baby animals as you've been walking around? If you haven't seen any, I hear lots of no's. If you haven't seen any of our baby animals, then you're walking around with your blinders on, because we have lots of them. We just had a brand new hippo that was born just a couple of days ago to join the other 2 baby hippos that we already have in place. We've got a couple of baby rhinos, we've got baby zebras, we have a brand new baby flamingo that was born just a couple of weeks ago. If you saw a little gray fluff ball out there, that's a baby flamingo. We've got a couple of baby gorillas. We got all sorts of babies out there. You just have to, I don't know, be looking at our animals in order to see them. That's really about it. So hopefully you guys will go out there and see them. But for now, we will inspire you by showing them to you on the screen. So take a look at the screen for your inspiration.
A baby meerkat is a playful kit. A little seahorse is a floating fry. A beetle, a wiggly grub. When you think of a hatchling, you may think of something like this. But since a hatchling comes from an egg, it can also be a reptile, amphibian, or fish. When you hear colt, you may think that is a baby zebra name. Strangely enough, it can also be a chick of a crowned crane. And if that's not confusing enough, this short, stocky rhino is a calf, and so is the 6-foot-tall baby giraffe. Luckily, these two, called piglets, look similar, both with pivoty snouts. The baby warthogs excitedly running tails in the air, and baby red river hogs wallowing without a care. Whether they come as one or as many, covered with fur, scales, skin or feathers aplenty, whatever you call them, no matter the name, we will care for each of them deeply, just the same.
All right, you can let it out. Okay. Yeah, you guys feel inspired? Yeah, a couple of you. Fantastic. Awesome. Hopefully you guys will go out there and see some of our baby animals today. They're especially adorable when they're babies, aren't they? Well, we are starting with guidelines. And guidelines are really, really important in hand-drawn animation. So this guy's 1,000 drawings will line up with this other guy's 1,000 drawings, and the whole thing will look like it was drawn by one person instead of the 1,000 people you see at the end of the credits. Now, in hand-drawn animation, you've got 24 drawings per second. You've got about 5 people working on each character. So in that 1 second, you've got 5 people drawing a different drawing in that 1 second. So you don't want one guy to be like, well, I'd like his eye to be here, and the next guy going, oh yeah? Well, I want you to be over here. And then the next guy going, well, I'd rather it be over here. Because then you'd have Todd walking along, and his eye would be bumping around the screen all over the place. It'd be kind of off-putting, wouldn't it? That's why guidelines are there, is to keep everything uniform and keep all the artists on track. So that's why we have guidelines. But what we're going to do is we're going to start right over just a little, kind of find your center guideline to our weird smushed oval that we have right here. And we're going to find the other side of our weird smushed oval. And in between, we're going to go 2 guidelines down, and we're going to draw a tall oval right in here. We're going to keep our lines nice and light, nice and sketchy. This is a sketching class. It's not a finished product or anything in a gallery class. And the sketchiness actually works really well with the character. I'm going to put another one over here as well. A little bit closer to the side. Because the Fox and the Hound was drawn during an era at the studio known as the Xerox era of animation. Now traditionally in hand-drawn animation you would have the rough sketch, number 24 in a second, and that'd be handed off to a cleanup artist who would erase all the bad lines. That would be handed off to the ink and paint department who would then trace that in ink onto a sheet of celluloid or clear plastic, and then that would be flipped over and painted. That 130,000 times per character in a film. So you're talking millions of drawings depending on how many characters, how many backgrounds, how many effects and things you have in an hour-and-a-half long film. I'm going to go ahead and add a little cheek on the bottom, just a little curve cutting through the bottom of that eye, curve like that, and then on the other side. So in 1960, they decided they wanted to speed that up. So beginning with 101 Dalmatians, they decided to go straight from the rough sketch, and instead of doing any cleanup whatsoever, they went to a copy machine, thus the Xerox method. And they copied that rough sketch directly onto a sheet of celluloid without doing any cleaning up at all, and then painted that. And so from the 60s, 70s, and through the 80s, you have, if you look really closely at all the characters in films like Jungle Book and Robin Hood and Fox and the Hound, Winnie the Pooh, as the characters are walking along, you'll see all the animators' sketch lines moving with the characters. So it's a very rough, very distinct animation style. So in short, keep your line sketching. It works with the character. I'm going to trace over the inside of the eye, and when we get up to the top, I'm going to add a little bit of thickness. Show where the eyelids and eyelashes are. An animated film, a hand-drawn animated film in general, takes about 3 to 4 years to make. And nowadays, most of our films are computer animated, especially in the United States. There's some companies that still do a lot of hand-drawn films, but that's all overseas. So hand-drawn is not dead. Still a lot of hand-drawn on TV as well. But oddly enough, you may think the opposite of this, but computer animation actually takes longer than hand-drawn animation. You guys know that? Yeah.
Yep.
So a film like The Fox and the Hound took us about 4 years to make. For a computer animation, a movie like Moana or Rapunzel, or Tangled rather, trace over this, took 5 years to make. A movie like Frozen took us 10 years to make. That's just Walt Disney Animation. We hop over to Pixar, which, by the way, is still a separate entity from us. Yes, we own them, but they work completely separately as a separate company from us in a completely different city. They spend 6 years on each of their films. So yeah, computer animation actually takes longer to do than hand drawn. And if you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. It's like you want to draw something, you just draw it. The computer, this is a lot longer process. You're connecting this three-dimensional character by thousands of vector dots, and you're putting layer upon layer upon layer on them to create textures and make them look more realistic. And then you're moving them around like a marionette on the screen. And if one of those dots is not connected properly, when your character walks, it's going to shoot spikes out of its back. That was the problem I had when I went to school for computer animation. It was really annoying to spend, 5 weeks working on a character. When the thing finally moves, it's shooting spikes out of its back. And I add a little curve at the top. And you have to go back over your 2,000 little vector dots and figure out which vector dot isn't connected properly. And that's computer animation, folks. Gonna add a little oval on the inside for the pupil. Now foxes, unlike other canids, actually have vertically slit pupils, kind of like cats. But Todd is not drawn that way. Add those pupils in there. We're going to add a glimmer of light to the inside. Because he lives in a world with light, we just add these little balls of light on the inside. All of you guys have light reflecting off your pupils right now, simply because you're in a room with light. As long as you're in a room with light, light reflects off your eyes. It's just the way that it goes. You're going to fill in the pupil around the glimmer of light. And I like to fade out a little bit as I shade, just to make it look a little glossy. Like so.
Glossy.
Foxes are part of the canine family. Very small canines. Some people, for some reason, I have had people in my class that think they were cats. For some reason, is there anyone in here that thought that foxes were cats? For some strange reason. Okay, good. Fantastic. Yeah, they are not. All right. Now, what's the first thing you think of when you think of a red fox? That's right. Sanford and Son. No? Okay.
That's before my time.
More than that.
Probably
That's
3/4.
Okay. Exactly. Expressive eyebrows. Yes. I'm sure you all think of expressive eyebrows when you think of foxes. And so whenever you see a fox, you're like, wow, that fox looks really inquisitive today, or really angry, or gosh, that fox looks surprised. Yes? No, of course not, because foxes don't have eyebrows. Their faces are covered in fur. That would make zero sense. But we always add eyebrows to animated animal characters so that they can show emotions and make expressions like we do. So we can care about them in an animated film. So we're going to give Todd some eyebrows. So I'm going to start way up here by the blue guideline and just draw a little curve going down towards this blue guideline, just a little arch. And then I'm going to add some fur to that. I'm just going to go across the top and to make it look fuzzy. And across the top. Over here, above that eye, same kind of thing. Add those eyebrows. You're not going to really find any animals with expressive eyebrows. We always add them to them in animated films. Dogs, your dog might have expressive eyebrow muscles, but not really expressive eyebrows. Not too many people are like, hey, I have a dog with Groucho Marx eyebrows. It'd be amazing, though. All right. We're going to draw his snout next. Foxes tend to have long snouts, which of course aid them in hunting and avoiding predators because they are small. Things tend to want to eat foxes as well. So we're going to draw a little curve right up here on this blue guideline. And then I'm going to curve down and swing out. Well, now he's got his cheek up here, so I get a little dimple down here, which would be pushing his cheek up. So this is all one muscle. Curve like that, a little curve over here. And get this hill plateau. Like so. His nose is going to be at the bottom of this smushed oval shape that we have for his head. And it's going to be a rounded off triangle. Rounded off triangle shape. Like so. And you can shade that in. And as the light reflects off the nose, we're going to see the top of the nose. There's just going to be a little line up here, and a line up here, and then a curve across the top. You know, I gave you a piece of paper so you wouldn't fall asleep in my class. You could at least be like writing memoirs on the back or something.
Passing notes around. Do you like me?
What you're going to do later today. All right. Now for his mouth, we're going to draw a letter W. And we're going to start just below the rounded off point to the nose. And I'm going to draw a little curve. Now this little indent below the nose is actually part of the philtrum. The philtrum on a dog or a cat is that little line that connects the nose to the mouth and pulls moisture up from the mouth to the nose. Why their noses are wet. It's called the philtrum. From there, I'm just going to curve up and over to the dimple over here. And create this letter W. Give us this mouth. From there, we can swing down to this blue guideline. We'll run into this blue guideline on the left-hand side, opening the mouth up. Swing that up. And then we'll pull down from the right-hand side to connect. His head is slightly turned, because the center of the guideline is curved. You see kind of an angled view of the mouth. And then we're going to get the tongue on the inside. It's going to be a big curve with another curve. Then you can shade in the inside of the mouth. Now, red foxes are omnivorous, prefer eating small mammals. They also eat birds and snakes and insects, carrion. There's dead things, not like the stuff you put in the overhead compartment on the plane.
Carry on. You can carry on.
Well, also like berries and fruits and things too, is where the omnivorous thing comes from. It's not just meat for them. Alright. Now, very lightly, I'm going to go down to this blue guideline and I'm going to draw the bottom lip. I'm drawing it lightly because we need to add some fur. So once I get that curve in there, I'm going to go back over it with some little pieces, little juts of fur. The Fox and the Hound, of course, came out in 1981. Anybody see it when it came out in theaters originally? Anybody catch it first round? One person, two people, very cool. I caught it the second time it was in theaters, because back in the 80s before that, before VHS was like a big thing, Disney would re-release their movies every couple of years, so I caught it the second round, like mid-80s in theater. This came out in 1981, it was the 24th animated film from Walt Disney Animation. Young Todd here was voiced by Keith Coogan. Yeah, woo, Keith Coogan, yeah. Yeah, it was Keith Coogan. Yeah, exactly. He didn't do a whole lot after he was a child voice actor. But he was the grandson of Jackie Coogan, who y'all probably still don't know who that is, but he was the original Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. That was his grandfather. And he was the kid in Charlie Chaplin's The Kid. You guys are fans of silent movies. He's also responsible for a lot of Hollywood child labor laws as well, like put in place because his mother stole all of his money. Yeah, it's all stuff you can look up. Stuff I'm sure you all came to do a drawing class at Disney and expecting to learn today. Yeah.
About child labor
I
laws.
already lost 2 people from just talking about that right now. You were like, I didn't want to learn that today. All right. He has these pointy cheeks. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go across from the top of his nose right over here. Just kind of follow out this way and straight down from the inside of this blue guideline. Just kind of make a mark. You know his cheeks are going to come out right about there. Over on the right-hand side, it's going to be a little bit higher up. We're going to go across from this blue guideline and down from the far right side, this blue guideline, and down, and make a mark. And then what we can do is we can go from the side of the oval, swing out to this mark, this, and then swing down to the bottom lip. Then go from the inside, swing out to this mark, and then down to the bottom left. Now for the second half of the movie, any fans of Fox and the Hound in here? You guys like the movie? I know a lot of people think it's sad. Anybody just think the movie's sad and won't show their kids because it's sad? I've had a lot of people like, I won't show my kids this movie because it's sad. Adults Todd was Mickey Rooney, fan of Hollywood legends. Mickey Rooney was the adult voice of Todd. All right, we're going to go ahead and add some fur to these cheeks now. Add some little fur to the top, fur to the right. This film was the last time that 2 of the 9 old men worked together, Frank and Ollie. You'll see them on the wall to your right there in black and white, Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. If you're not familiar with the 9 old men, they're the team of Disney animators who pioneered the animated film, came up with all the techniques that are used to this day. They were in their 30s and 40s when they started being called the 9 old men, by the way. Finish that off. And then I'm going to finish off a little white area around the face just by adding this little patch of fur down from these dimples right down here.
Thanks, Alice.
The 2 of them literally wrote the book on animation called The Illusion of Life. It was used as a textbook for decades in animation schools, but it's 574 pages of beautiful Disney artwork from the golden age of Disney. It's really the only Disney comic book that anyone should ever own. It's still in print, in fact. It's called The Illusion of Life. If you ever want to own a fantastic book, and if you read it, you actually learn how to make animation as well. Amazing. Traditional animation, not computer animation. But that's Frank and Ollie. This was the last film they worked on together as storymen. We're going to go ahead and give him his mop top of hair. So I'm going to go up from this side of his head now, and I'm going to curve up and just think hair. I'm going to start to add a bunch of strands of hair going off to the right. And then I'm going to swing down, start to give him some bangs, and just be crazy with it. hair. This is also a first for a lot of things. This is the first film that Tim Burton worked on. He was an animator. In this film, he animated the female fox Vixie. By the way, Vixie, a vixen is just a name for a female fox. Like a Todd is a name for a male fox. So we were really original with our names in this movie. Tim Burton. Anybody not know who Tim Burton is? Out of curiosity. A couple of kids don't know who Tim Burton is. Pretty famous director. Who he actually worked on this film, did some work on a couple later films, made a short film for the company, a live action film called Frankenweenie, which got him fired by the company. They said that his stuff was just too weird. And so they fired him. Then he went off and directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and then Beetlejuice, and then Batman, and then Edward Scissorhands, and so on. It became really, really big. And then we brought him back to create Nightmare Before Christmas for us. And then eventually he created a stop-motion version of Frankenweenie for us. This was also the first film that John Lasseter worked on. John Lasseter eventually also was let go from the company because he kept trying to push computer animation into all the movies, and they said that's not the direction we want to go, stop trying to push computer animation. So he left the company and started a little company called Pixar. We later bought. You know how that. Alright, we're going to give him his ears. So that's what these blue guidelines out here are for. So we're going to go from the side of the head, I'm going to draw a curve that's going to go out to the top center of this line, just like this. It goes up, like that. And then an S curve down from there. So come to a point, curve out, and down. If this line were to continue, it would just continue down into this blue guideline. So, this curve, yeah, just like over on the right-hand side, from behind the hair, to the top center of that line. Foxes have really great hearing. They can actually hear rodents digging from underground. And they'll use that to their advantage while they're hunting. If you've ever watched nature documentaries, which I highly recommend, and watched foxes hunting in the snow, you've probably seen them. They'll walk along the snow and just stand there waiting until they hear something digging underneath them in the snow. And they can actually hear things moving underneath the ground under the snow. And then they will leap up into the air and dive nose first into the snow and just straight down and come back out with a mouse in their teeth. They're amazing. Come to a point at the top now and down to this blue guideline and create the inner fold to the ear. There. And over here. But I highly recommend watching nature documentaries. Good education, especially if you're getting older and you're like me, and you're moving into your 40s or even past that, and you feel like maybe you're getting dumber. That's how I feel. The farther you get away from school, and you're like, wow, I feel like I'm getting really dumb. You watch nature documentaries, and you start to learn stuff again, and you're like, wow, my brain is working again, and it feels like the cobwebs are clearing. So, yeah, sit down and watch some National Geographic and some Discovery Channel every now and then, and, you know, clear those cobwebs off your brain. We got black foxes have these black tips on the ends of their ears, so we're going to draw this little lightning bolt. Top, on both sides. And you can shade those in. If you want to save the shading for later, you definitely can, because guess what? You guys get to keep those pencils. That's right, free souvenir from us to you. I never say that we never gave you anything for free at Disney. And if you want to, you can of course take the pencils, you can flip your paper over, you can go someplace like Bomb Rush or Jungle Shrek, you can sketch some tigers on the back of your paper if you want to. Or if you really don't want the pencils, on your way out on the exit there on the table is a basket that says pencil recycling. You just drop them in there, and believe it or not, we can actually grind up those pencils and turn them into mulch and spread them all across Disney property in your name, and actually help things grow. Even with the carbon in it, still help things grow with those pencils. But do us a huge favor and either keep those pencils or put them in recycling, but don't just throw them away in the trash. Don't throw them on the floor. Don't leave them on your seats or on your boards. And don't do what for some reason 4 out of 10 people do, and that's toss in the door plants. No one figured out why people do that. All right, now foxes have ear furnishings. If you don't know what ear furnishings are, on your own dog or your cat, it's those hairs on the inside of their ears that cover their ear canals that keep all the dirt and the dust out of their ears. And just this, we got 1, 2, 3, like a stretched out E. 3. And because we don't want a floating baby head, we can add a little bit of his upper body, just coming down here by where his fur is at on his face. We just drop a little bit of fur there for a neck. And then over here, a little line. There's a little bit to the left of that, a little line, and voila, even a little bit of his neck. Not too bad. And just like that, you guys just drew Todd. How do you feel?
The same.
You guys have fun? Awesome. We'll be proud of what you've done inside your beautiful fox drawing. Now, we have 9 classes each day, and we have 8 characters that we draw throughout the day. So you can come back around and you can learn to draw characters like Tigger or Piglet or Copper if you want a matching set, or Bambi or Thumper, or Pua. But if you want to get really good, come back and find out when we're drawing Todd again and take another Todd class. Because the more you draw the same thing over and over again, the better you get. You know what that's called? Practice! That's how you get good at stuff. By doing the same thing over and over again. And of course, practice makes... No! Practice doesn't make perfect, but yes, practice makes progress. Yes, practice makes improvement. Practice makes you better. But it does not make perfect because you're human. And you can't be perfect, unfortunately. That's not possible. But it definitely does make improvement. So it's better to practice the same things over and over and over again rather than practicing lots and lots of different things and being a jack of all trades and master of none. It's better to practice the same thing over and over again and learn your skills.
But you can do perfect practice.
Throw the date on there as well. Today is the 20th. Put the date on there so you can track your progress in order from year to year from drawing.
Oh my gosh, you got like a fox, bat, cat.
And that's about it, guys. You guys following in the footsteps of Walt bringing in animals to the studio. You guys are part of that same legacy, so give yourselves a round of applause.
Yay!
And thanks so much for going with me, guys. I hope you had fun. Be sure, once again, to leave those boards on your seats exactly how you found them, propped up against the back of the seats for the next class. Those pencils, once again, are yours. If you don't want them, drop them into the recycling bin on the exit table. Remember, the exit is again to your left at the clearly marked exit.
You want to share your fox, bat, cat?
Please don't climb over around the ropes when you're trying to get places. It's just going to get you hurt.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, go ahead.
Look at my...
Here guys. There's Maji's fox, bat, cat.
Oh, I'm still practicing, okay?
Yeah, you are practicing. That's totally awesome. I love it. Oh my gosh. Maji, you did fantastic. At least you tried, right? Yeah. All right, here. Okay. That was fun, everyone. What's next? Anna, hello. Thank you for logging in and watching the channel today. So as you can see, we're at Rafiki's Planet Watch animation experience. This was totally fun. Maj, take your time. Let's wait for everybody to make their ways. That's totally awesome.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were recording.
Right on.
If you start moving on, you better move on.
James.
Go to the restroom.
Okay, all right. You're good. Yeah. Good job.
It's 12:50. Let's go ride
It looks like an adult, not a little kid.
Hey, you did awesome, and I'm proud of you.
All right, boys and girls. So we are going to head over to Harambe's Market and get some lunch. So it's about lunchtime here. So go relax, get some lunch, and then we're gonna go try and do the safari experience. It depends on how hot it is, if we can hold out or not. So it is getting kind of steamy out there. So anyway, we are finishing up the animation experience and heading out, and then I'll probably cut this stream here pretty soon, and then as we lose connectivity walking away from this attraction here, the bandwidth is really spotty here. So anyway, I'll leave you with the walls. So all the animals on the walls. How many hidden Mickeys are embedded in the walls?
I couldn't even count how many. I know there's a lot of them.
Yes, there
Look
is.
for the pupils. That's one of the best places to hide them. Also in the markings of things like butterflies.
Yes.
I can show you one right over here.
Ooh, this is one that I have not seen before. Yeah, okay.
Face there.
Look at that.
The owl right behind you has in the pupils. You can see,
Oh, two of them.
there as well.
Yes. See that, boys and girls? Look at the owl's pupils. Two hidden Mickeys. Dawn, thank you. You're awesome. So this is one of our favorite attractions here at the Disney park. So ooh. Look at all the insects and animals embedded in the walls. This is pretty. Very calming. World of choices. And you can see the ceiling as well. I'm trying to milk the air conditioning as long as I can. Maji's taking a little break in the comfort room. So as soon as she comes out, we'll go outside and I'll show you the mural outside of the exit area here. It's really cool. It's embedded in the concrete. Pretty mural out there. It's steamy here today in Florida. It's been raining in the afternoons and it's really, really humid here. As soon as you walk outside, it's like super sticky. I mean, you can even see the doors in the background there. See all the sweat and condensation on the doors. Just from the contrast from the heat and the conditioned room in here. It's hot out there.
So by por el otro lado. Well, not.
So a lot of people come in the exit first and they don't realize that they have to go around to the front. It's kind of funny. Alice, you're welcome for the amazing stream. Thanks for logging in. Hannah, thanks for logging in, checking out the stream. We really appreciate you both. And for those that are watching that haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and give a thumbs up if you like this content. And my favorite part of the line, ring that bell for future notifications. Yes, we really appreciate everyone that logs in. So let's go outside and let's go look at the mural out on the concrete, and then let's go make our way to Harambe to go eat. So, all right, let's go outside in this sweltering heat, and you can see the condensation on the doors. It is sweltering out there. Ooh, what a word, sweltering. Did you hear everybody? Oh God, let's go back inside. So this is really cool right here. What is it?
It's a long line too in the restaurant.
Long line. Yeah. So this is the mural just outside the exit at Conservation Station. It's really cool. All embedded in the concrete. Well, you're good. No worries. Plenty of room for everybody. So you see Conservation Station. So pretty. And then there's the top. All the animals on the outside of the building. All right, everyone. If I lose you, we're going to the exit. Like I said, the connectivity is spotty here. So, thanks, Alice. All right, let's go to the front. What do you say? So there's a walking path that takes you back to the train station. And the trains operate every 7 to 10 minutes. So there's a constant flow of people in and out. So yeah, this is like a little hidden treasure back here. I don't know that a lot of people know about this really back here. So this is one of our favorite attractions. I know Monty likes it. You like it?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's your favorite. She doesn't know how to draw, but she loves to try. That's the cool thing about it. Even if you don't know how to draw, it's still fun to try.
Oh, it's fun.
Yes, it's very fun. So you can see the walking path is very well shaded, so it protects you from the sun. Not too terrible. All right. Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Hi there.
Welcome.
How are you?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
All right. We are not very far away from the train. All right, guys, I'm gonna hang it up for now, so we're losing everybody. So we will reactions when we get over to Harambe Market for lunch. All right. Peace and thumbs up. And we'll see you real soon. All right, bye, guys.